Welcome to the Q Sports International Expo, being hosted at the Rio All Suites Hotel and Casino. This is the $100,000 added Predator World 10-Ball Championship, presented by Q Sports International and sponsored by Predator. This is the only WPA-sanctioned World Championship to take place in America. We are in the second stage of this tournament, now a race to 10, single elimination for the final 16 players. And we have a special treat for you in store. We have a guest commentator, Danielle Schneider.
Hi.
And this is George Tejea. Daniel, we got two great players.
Yeah, two great players. Shane looks like should be the favorite.
Well,
this match for sure.
Yeah, and Predator B.ALAWADHI actually put Shane on the one-loss side.
Yeah, he had a great run there. Beat him 8-5, I think.
He's a 741 Fargo. He's from Kuwait. He plays at Derby. He's played at Derby World Cup. His highest finish is a 17th World Cup, and also in the World Cup of Pool. This is actually the best he's done in any tournament in the top 16 in these world-class tournaments.
Yeah, he had three wins, including Shane, to get here, the last 16.
Yeah, he defeated a fine Spanish player, Jonas Soto, and then the young man from Peru, Christopher Teves, also. And then, of course, Shane. And now this for him, this is the fourth round. He is undefeated. Shane again was sent to the loser side, or the one-loss side. I don't like to call it a loser side.
But you know, now it's last 16, single knockout, so it's all even again.
It's a whole new tournament.
Whole new tournament. Everyone is at the same spot, and everyone knows not to lose.
Well, it's funny because if you're going to lose in this tournament, I would think that it would be the third round. It'd be the best time, because then you just have to play one more match and you come back to today and you start all over again. But you won't face any of the other one-loss sides. You'll face only winners because of the one stage.
Yeah. But you know, it happens often to the top pros that they, in the beginning, are not up to speed 100% yet, and then happen to lose one and then come back stronger.
Oh, yes, they do. A good example is Kachi. Kachi played on this table against Jason Shaw, and he just had a bad match, several errors, unforced errors, and lost him the match. And then he went over to the one-loss side right afterwards and was trailing in a match and came back and won at 8-7, I believe.
That's true. He was, I think, 7-5 down against Lechner Maximilian from Austria, and then won 8-7 in a tight match.
And it's matches like that that you need to really come through and win some of these tournaments. They really power you up.
That's true. Make you stronger, give you confidence, and make you feel you can get there.
Well, Shane here is going to just nibble this and put him up against the 9, I believe. Like that, nice and tight, too. It's going to be tough to hit this ball. He's got an opening. Oh, wow. That 3 ball really takes a lot away. I don't think he can get to there from here, or can he? Can he spin this over?
I think that might be
the only way.
Coming towards the 3 ball.
Yeah.
I don't think he can spin that on a slick cloth. And the 2-railer that's usually open is covered by the 3 ball. So.
Gosh, he's got to hit this perfect.
Oh,
nice hit. And he made it. Wow. Keep in mind what you heard go off there was a 30-second time clock. If you haven't been following us on the tournament here, there's a 30-second time clock for the players. They have 60 seconds after the break, and then 30-second extension for each player, once per game. This is part of the Q Sports International Expo, home of the BCA World Championships and the USA National Championships. A lot of various vendors here at the Rio All Suites Hotel and Casino. And then this World 10-Ball, along with the Diamond Las Vegas.
Oh, okay. He had a tough 2-ball. He made it and didn't trust to jack up on the 3 ball to play a stop shot to get to the 4.
Wow, what would you play here? Would you play this safety behind the 8, or would you just try to cut this in and go for it? He doesn't. He has to get position for the 4 ball on the side or the corner.
Yeah, I think I will go for the safety behind the 8 ball, because if you try to cut it in, either you hit the 10, you know, go down and up table to get shape on the 4, put it in the side, or you land rather to the 7 ball with the cue ball.
No, Shane just pointed.
Yeah.
Shane's nice to the commentators. He sometimes gives us a very big cue so that we can know what he's doing and not have to guess, because he will keep you guessing a lot. Look how nicely that's 2 strong safeties, but Bader was able to kick out of the last one.
Yeah, you know, since he lost the last match, I think he knows that Bader will run out and he will put the points on him. So I think he has to come out here with some safety game if he doesn't have an open shot, to ensure to get the first couple of games.
Which is good strategy. You had some very nice another good hit. You had some nice strategy in the Diamond Las Vegas Open. You had a very high finish.
That's true.
You did excellent. What did you end up?
I ended up 17th, last 32.
Out of 128 players in a strong field. Most of the players that are in this tournament were in that.
Yeah,
you must feel very good about your game, Daniel. Oh, we don't see that very often, and that is exactly what Shane does not want to do against this gentleman.
Yeah, that's kind of surprising, because he had 2 good safeties, get himself that chance, and then he gets it and gives it up here.
Bader's 31 years old. He's from Kuwait.
And I believe he will take the chance. Now if he's straight on the 5 ball, he can just play a stop shot and go 2 rails with the cue ball down to the 7.
Back by his elbow there.
Yes, like
on the first one, and then come over. Just get above the side pocket. And on these tables, it's so nice to be able to drag that ball up and have it float right into position.
Yeah, it floats right into position if you play them good, right?
Yes.
They can float right out of position as well.
Well, this is not a table you want to power on. This is a table that's a new bed cloth. It's just been for this tournament. The rails were used for the Diamond Las Vegas, so they've gotten plenty of play. Now again, he can either go, well, I don't think he'll go 3 rails forward.
No, I think the same shot as 6 ball.
Just past the side pocket is all he has to do. No, he went to 3 rails forward, and he's coming all the way down. This could come short. Oh, see, this is what the slick cloth can give you. That last little 2 feet made a big difference.
A perfect shot. Perfect shot.
The speed was great. And that's trusting the table that he's going to be able to slide into position or float into position.
Looks confident.
And he wins the first game. B.ALAWADHI. That's the one thing that Shane did not want to do in his opening match here with the same gentleman that sent him to the 1-loss side. This is Shane's biggest chance, and, well, only chance on U.S. soil to win a WPA sanctioned event.
Does Shane have a world title?
He does not. He has a runner-up.
I think that's the thing that's still missing, right?
Yes, that's the only thing that's missing on his resume. He's won every tournament. I've watched him win. Well, I've been doing commentary for CSI since 2015, and I've watched him win 3 10-ball U.S. Opens in a row. He won 2 U.S. Open 8-balls and lost the final on the final game against Alex Pagulayan to make it 3 8-balls in a row. So I've watched Shane and I've commentated his matches. He is extraordinary when he gets into the finals or into the semifinals of matches. He walks around the table different. He addresses the ball different. You just see an air of confidence that's not there during the rest of the tournament.
Yeah. And then there is other tournaments where he just, runs right through the field.
Yeah.
So you know. Okay, I think he gave himself a good chance here. The nice thing about this format is it's alternate break, right? So
it is alternating break.
If you make a mistake, you at least have that way to get back into the game.
Not so on the Diamond Las Vegas, huh?
Yeah, when it's winner break. But on the other hand, if you get like 2-3 games down and your opponent has every other break, you know, it's also tougher to catch up.
It is tougher
because you can't put the pack together.
Yes, it's very true. But I will say this table is breaking pretty difficult, and we've seen several matches where there have been 2-3 games ahead, and in the blink of an eye, they're tied up. A dry break, the player runs out. Then this is alternate break, a break and run, and another dry, and you're right back in the game. So don't lose heart, but it is tougher.
Yeah, and with this one, he can just draw it back down the rail. Okay.
Now, for all you amateurs out there, watch how Shane doesn't try to get straight in. He ends up with a nice angle to go through the 7. If he wants to shoot it in the corner or the side pocket, he can choose where he wants to go. He went too far. He's not happy about that because now he has to travel all the way up and back down for the 8-ball. And the 8-ball can be dangerous with the 10-ball there.
Yeah, and he has to hit that gap, right?
Well,
so the speed and getting between 10 and 8, or at least close.
Yeah, I don't think he'll come down past the first diamond of the side pocket. That's where he wants to be, because he doesn't want a chance getting hooked, and he's perfect.
Okay. Yeah, he's perfect.
He came down a diamond closer. Good. Oh, that ball skidded, but then he didn't finish his stroke on that ball either. He complained about the skid, but if we could get a replay, and I don't know that we will, but you can see that he didn't follow through on that and stands to lose this game. This is a race to 10.
Oh wow, and if you're a baiter here and you made the first game, you see that Shane is struggling, makes here and there a mistake, that gives you lots of confidence. But you know, it's a race to 10, so it's long.
B.ALAWADHI will be breaking the balls, leading Shane Van Boening 2-0. Daniel Schneider in the booth with me, George Teachea, bringing you the live action from this World 10-Ball Championship. And there goes the 9-ball. He's going to have a shot on the 1. I think it looks like, yes, he does. And the 2-ball is going to be hard to get to. Not sure it goes by the 7. And getting position from the, well, getting position from the 1 is going to be tough. He's got to cut this thin. He's going to run into trouble. He might not take this on. He might go for safety all the way, but you don't want to turn Shane loose, you know, kicking.
Yeah, maybe just let it run on the 5 or 6 ball, get the position to play the 2, because the 3 is pretty much in front of the pocket. But it seems like he tries to go around. But that's super difficult.
He made it look real easy.
But that was a good shot.
Yeah.
He seems to have the speed down.
Well, he did hit a few racks on this table prior. To this match. I believe it's been the first time he's been on the stream, even throughout the Diamond Las Vegas and this Predator World 10-Ball. Oh, he has room by the 7. It looked a lot tighter than that. Wow. Looking good through this rack, but the 4-ball
does not go by the 7, does not go by the 8, so.
Yeah. But he's in a good place to play position for a side pocket. Just send the cue ball straight down to the 7 or the 10.
Yeah.
In that area. Oh, he's going to go ahead and use the rail to come down instead of coming straight down for the opposite side pocket.
Either come in between 4 and 8 or come in from the other side between 8 and 10.
Well, Shane looks a little bothered, but he's going to have to get unbothered and work at this to make sure he comes back if he wants that world title.
You know, if you see the position play from Bader here, he just seems to be very comfortable. And, and you know, he hasn't played on the TV table yet, that's true, but if you play against a top player on the TV table and you do feel comfortable, sometimes it's a big advantage. You know,
Very big advantage.
You find that extra focus you want to have, a little bit of nervousness, you know.
It's a good nervous energy.
Yes, and that brings you then, yeah, gives you the ultimate focus on the game.
Nice pause on his stroke, nice delivery. Comes right through the ball. That was a very good view of his mechanics. And Shane's going to get a very good view of the scoreboard in a second. He's not going to like it at 3-0.
Yeah, it's going to be another break for him. So he knows what his job is here.
Well, he's got a big job to do because the man sitting in the chair at the top of your screen does not like to be trifled with. And 3-0 will get under his skin and he'll come back with a vengeance. If anyone can, Shane can. And that's John Lehman, our referee and tournament director. Cleaning the ball, trying to provide the best racks and cleanest equipment for the finest players in the world. Daniel, tell us a bit about yourself. You're from San Antonio.
Yeah, I'm originally from Switzerland. We moved to San Antonio end of 2019, so close 2 years, right before COVID came around, and then yeah, so we came here for pool to the US before that, of course, but now definitely here and enjoying the big events that come up.
And we're going to have more of them with Q Sports International and Predator coming together to provide the country and the world with the Pro Billiard Series events, which is 5 of them this year, possibly more next year. Provide them in conjunction with a lot of your amateur tournaments, state tournaments of this nature.
Yeah. The next one is in Michigan and then Ohio.
That's correct.
So they just come back to back now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was going to do the Michigan one, but I had other prior commitments. I'll be doing the one in Ohio. Look forward to that.
So Shane had a good break. He made the side poker balls, or at least one of them, but now has to get into game with the bank.
Oh, he didn't nibble it, and he's perfect. 7 balls. Not sure if it goes by. We'll take a look.
If it doesn't go by, I think if it shouldn't go by, then he can at least play, I think it's close, can play 7, cue ball off the 7 onto the 10 and get the 10 ball in, have that respotted and continue with the 7 ball.
So you'll probably come down between the 7 and the 8 right to it, and then play a 2-railer escape for the 7 with the cue ball behind the 10.
That's too much.
That's he came down too far. If he's going to do that, it must go.
It must go, yeah.
And now Shane made a great shot yesterday where he played a ball past the ball into the rail and into the pocket. He made it slide in, which is, well, that one went. So there was nothing fantastic about that, just great position. And this will put Shane on the board and breaking. And we're into the 5th game with B.ALAWADHI to break the balls. I was incorrect in thinking Shane was breaking. Shane broke the opening break, and will break whenever the score. I keep getting mixed up on that, don't I?
Yeah, no, I think Vader
opened the break.
Yes, so he has the uneven racks, right?
Yes, uneven racks.
So he broke the 5th one now.
Nothing on the break, a dry break. Cluster of balls. And another cluster of balls, and they're all close to the middle of the table, except for 2.
Yeah, you know, they're a little close together. They're 9, 5, and 10, and the 1 ball, but they all go. You know, the 5 goes in the corner. So, but it's tough to come from the 4 to the 5 because you have to get on the other side. And he plays a push out there, which is not necessarily great.
No, I think he was trying to put him on the rail there.
Yeah, that's probably straight in, so Bader can just draw it back a little bit and then make sure he comes as close as possible to the 2 ball, maybe.
Really, it looks like it's going to draw towards the middle diamond on the right side, right about
Okay, yeah.
to the right. So if he just gets back to the middle diamond, he has enough to make the ball. That's all he needs. Burn opening and stay in control of this rack.
Needs a long, steady
There is a time
stroke.
clock. Yeah. He shoots extremely straight with nice position and comfortable. He is a dangerous, dangerous man at the table.
Yeah, this one was a little bit too short. But he can clip the 2 ball and go 2 rails behind the, you know, the left rail there. 2 ball is covered by 9, 5, 7, 6, many of the balls.
I like coming down from there and trying to get behind the 7 on that line. Down by where the 4 is, and that's exactly what he's done.
And as close as possible, so Shane doesn't have a jump shot.
Shane has, he doesn't even have the, he might not even have the 2 railer to come underneath the 6-8.
Yeah, but I think now he has the jump open because that 7 got pushed away.
Oh, it looks like he has an open shot.
He needs the jump shot. He has a jump shot. Yeah. You know, if he land a little bit shorter behind the 7, he will be pretty much dead safe there. But Shane is great with the jump cue. Does he have to go rail first? Or does he see this?
He's lost the cue ball. Well, we're seeing a perfect example of Murphy's Law. If it can go wrong, it is for Shane.
Would have not thought that he gets with the cue ball over there. How deep the 2 ball was.
Well, I think that cue ball went rail first and came off the 2 ball and went straight to the corner. Shane has his work cut out.
Yeah.
Bader has capitalized on every one of his errors.
It's a little bit too far. Oh. Well, he can get on the left side from the 4 ball, I guess.
I was going to say, actually, he'd like to go a little further and come rail for the 4 in the left-hand corner, but it looks like he's going to be able to draw it between the 10 and the rail, or no, is it too straight?
No, he has to stun draw it, you know, like push it a little bit in.
Yeah, just right through there.
Oh, he even touched the 9 ball there.
The 5-9 looks like it's doable.
Now, yes, since he touched it, it's now open actually, and it helped him because he's straight on the 4 ball, which means either he draws it back, but then how does he get from the 5 to the 6?
I think he's going to develop the shot. He's going to play the 5-9 combo. The 5's going to go to the upper right-hand corner pocket, and if he stops his cue ball, he should be in really good shape.
Yeah. Now that's definitely the better shot.
He's going to want to hit this with enough speed to come up off the rail and the head rail. It's not real hard because this table just rolls so nice.
Yeah, just a question to control.
It's going to come all the way down for the side. Look at this.
Okay.
Now it's just a 3-railer.
Yeah, it's just like another shot he played already. Is he going to play 3 rails? Probably. But it looks like a decent amount of angle.
He's going to cut this thin, so if he needs more angle, he'll come between the 7 and the 8 from the 3rd rail on the left.
Or he just goes one rail down and up.
Mm-hmm.
No, it looks like he's throwing it, yeah. Oh, okay. 2 rails and in.
He didn't bother with the third rail.
And
Great
like I said
control.
already, he has the speed.
Mm-hmm.
He feels the speed. And if he can get this 4-1 on the board, will help him a lot.
Well, he seems in tune with the table. This 31-year-old Kuwaiti player making this game look very easy.
Yeah, I don't know how the first match went, if he was up from the beginning or if he was kind of even with him and then finished in the end strong.
Well, he doesn't like this.
Oh.
This is the worst position he's had on any ball. And we'll get to see if he wants to be aggressive or if he plays it safe.
I was just gonna say, you know, if he's 4-1 up, now you need to pay attention to keep the focus and not let it slip for 1 or 2 games. Oh, he overcuts that one.
Now, personally, if I'm going to go for it, I'm going to go for the bank there. To the corner pocket.
I would have probably played the shot like he did or played it even in the side because with the slick table, you know, banks are sometimes tricky.
Great. Shane Van Boening to break the balls, trailing 2-3 versus B.ALAWADHI. Eight ball towards the pocket, acting like it's supposed to, but it looks dry.
So Bader gets another chance here to come to his 4 games. Imagine he would have made a 10 ball, it would be 4-1. He gets this chance here, that would be, could be 5-1.
Only if.
Yeah.
But that's exactly how the matches go. There's always a rack or two that go only if. This is big right here. It's in his hands. Shane, one of Shane's, well, Shane has all strong components of the game: the break, his safety play, kicking, you name it, position play. But his breaking game, he's not making balls on the break. So he's giving up ups to the table, and Bader's taking advantage of it. Combine that with that skidded shot on the 8-ball, and he finds himself trailing.
Yeah, and against a player like Shane, you need to be happy to get those chances, and then you gotta make them. Oh,
there was. Oh wow, I'm surprised he went that way.
Yeah, there was a lot of traffic on that side.
Yes.
But he got wrong shape on like a more difficult shape on the 1 ball than he wanted, I'm sure. If that 1 ball wasn't laying on the rail as much there, he could have drawn it back.
Well, let's take a look at his jump game. Must be pretty good. Well, it's going to kick around, and the speed's good. There's no real, if he wants to shoot offensively, he has to back cut the 2. So he's got to look for a defensive shot.
Yeah. Maybe 2 over by the 5 and the white cue ball down where the 8-ball is.
I like that. I like coming across the face of the 2, sending it straight up rail, and the cue ball against the 5.
I think he's looking at the other way. Maybe cue ball where the 5 is exactly, and bring the 2-ball down. That's maybe that's probably a better shot. Yeah. Good shot there. But you know, now if Bader kicks that, oh, he goes for the 1 railer. I see here the 2 railer, and if he,
you like the 2 railer behind the 5 to where the cue is right now?
Yeah, because he can send the 2-ball up to the 10 and the cue ball where to keep it where the 9 and 8-ball is.
Well, he went 2 rails at it. If he hits it good, it could have hit the 2-ball past, and it worked for him. It could have worked. He just missed the entire ball, and has allowed Shane a great opportunity to tie it up.
Yeah, that's how fast it goes. Shane made 2 big mistakes in the beginning, and now Bader came with the 10-ball that he missed, and now an open opportunity here. And then it's right away 3-3 if he's gonna clear the table. Only difficult shot really is from the 7 to the 8-ball. But how I know Shane is gonna draw the 4 back, get straight on the 5, or follow it in the 4-ball and get 2 rails from the 7 to the 8, or even 3 rails.
Yeah, he's gonna go 3. Now he'll come back to where he's standing with the cue ball for the 7, or stop it right about to the left of where it is and come up for the 8. Shane does all the natural. If it flows, he shoots it. Yep.
Yeah, now looks like he goes 2 rails and lands on the left side from the 8-ball. He plays it low, goes 3 rails.
Always maintaining an angle. Could have got a little closer to that, a little flatter. Down. He might have hit this too hard. This is going to. See, he was cautious there because it has gotten away from him, and I thought that one might have also gone up another diamond.
Yeah,
But he's in good shape.
that was good.
And this is tied up, these two balls.
He's definitely getting used to the speed now.
Well, he's coming into it. He's still not comfortable. Watch his body language.
Yeah, he's waiting at every shot.
Mm-hmm. We are tied at 3. Well, John racks the balls. I'm going to give you a quick rundown of the other matches that are going on at this time. All 16 players are playing at this time, I believe. No, I'm take that back. 8 players are playing at this time. Other matches is Yoan Chua against Alex Pagalayan, Carlo Beato versus Marco Tucher, Naoyuki Oi versus Christopher Teves Ocampo from Peru, Billy Thorpe versus, I'm sorry, Billy Thorpe is not playing. He'll be playing at 1 o'clock. Those are the matches that are going on right now. Started reading the whole bracket.
Yeah, there is definitely many players of those last 16. Pretty much everyone that can win it.
Mm-hmm. Now, one of the surprises in this tournament that I noticed was 690 Fargo, a young man by the name of Sullivan Clark that came from New Zealand. It has been performing very well and went pretty deep. He is not in the final 16, but I believe he played to get there.
Yeah, I think he won his first 2 matches.
Yeah.
Then played 2 matches to try to get into the last 16.
Well, he lost his match against Oscar Dominguez, and Oscar commented, he goes, "That guy can really play." You know, so that's a great compliment coming from a pro like Oscar Dominguez.
Yeah. All right, that's a tricky one. Well, the 3-railer should be fine.
The 8-ball plays big there, but he went the 2 rails around the 6-5. Came down for the 2. The 4-7 is a nice combo, so he'll come up for the 3 to the middle of the table. Find his way over. The 5 lays nice to get from the 4 to the 5 once he pockets a 7 combo. He doesn't. What doesn't he like about that? He doesn't like the way the 4 ball's going or where the cue ball's going. He grimaced at that.
Yeah, he's on the wrong side of the 3-ball, I think.
Yeah, he'd like to come over close to the 9 to be a little straighter on the 4, so he can lay it in position. But the 4 ball should kind of follow the 7. But he wants to be. Doesn't want a big angle.
And now he's going to draw it back and come between 4 and 9, looks like.
I think he could just stop it and settle for the shot. Now he's gonna generate an angle, but oh boy. When I said oh boy, I thought I might get behind the 9. See, that's how you want it to be flatter on the 4 ball, so he can play it and hold position and then just be able to draw out to the middle of the table for the 5. And there it is.
Yeah.
That little angle to get away from the rail. Behind the back. No, he changed his mind. Oh boy. I think the monster has been unleashed. I forget, there was a movie called The Clash of Titans where somebody yells out in the movie, "Release the Kraken."
Yeah, if he gets up here 4-3. And it's the break of Shane, I believe.
Yes, it is.
So he has that momentum back now. And I'm sure he's hungry to make that 5-3 immediately.
Well, he'll be breaking to make it 5-3. More importantly, I think he wants to make sure he makes a ball in the break and maintains control.
Yeah.
Shane Van Boening finally leading 4-3. Will be breaking the balls in the race to 10. This is the final 16 of the Predator World 10-Ball Championship. And Shane is facing the gentleman that sent him over to the one-loss side, Predator B.ALAWADHI. And again, Shane fails to pocket a ball on the break. And this is a very open table.
He hits the right good, you know.
Oh, he spreads them nice. It's just the balls. It's one of the things of using the rack instead of a template. Their balls don't break as expected all the time.
Yeah, exactly. They don't. It's not as predictable.
Nor as successful.
Yeah.
I don't know if Shane will get back to the table for this game.
Yeah, getting on the 3-ball straight is surely a key shot here.
Mm-hmm. He'd like to be close to where he is now, so that's just one of the things that you work on at home, folks. You just always try to get the cue ball back to where it is. Learn to do that. He's overshot it, but we'll have a, well, he's going to be going away from where he wants to go.
Yeah, overstroked that one, but he can still either kill the speed and try to hold it, or go over to the rail and back
again
in the middle of the table.
Yeah, that side pocket's there for this shot though, so he's got to be careful.
Was close.
Mm-hmm. But he controlled it.
Yeah,
very well controlled. The whole shot was. And you notice how he didn't rush or try to force the ball off the rail. He just let it float off the rail, trusting that the table would get him where he needed to go, almost the middle. Daniel, will you be playing any of the events here during the Q Sports International Expo? Are you all done with the teams and things like that?
Yeah, I was just playing singles.
Okay.
I was playing yeah, the BCA World Championships, singles, 9-ball and 8-ball. Yeah, I didn't.
Not much success?
Yeah, it was kind of tough because I was playing the pro event here, the Las Vegas Diamond Open as well, and I had some time issues.
Yeah, I heard you had to forfeit a match.
Yeah, well, I had to basically rush everything in the finals of the 9-ball, so I finished second.
Oh.
That was
it's a great finish.
Yeah, it's a great finish, and that's okay. Of course, I would have liked to win. And in 8-ball, I finished 4th place out of 166 players, so that's good as well. But the 9-ball,
you felt you could have done.
Of course, should have been mine.
Yeah.
But my opponent played good. But I had to double dip in the finals, and I won the first match, and then the second one lost 6-5.
So you had a busy week.
Yeah. So it looks good, like it's gonna run out here.
And that's the beauty of the Q Sports International Expo, is that players can come up here, play in the Diamond Las Vegas Open, play in team events or singles events, as Daniel has. And unfortunately, some of the time constraints, since there's so many tournaments, can get you in trouble.
Yeah, I mean, it's understandable, and I knew that that some of the tournaments are not coordinated with the pro event time-wise, you know, because there are so many events going on. There were the BCA events, and now they started having all the CSI Open events, right? So that's understandable.
Yeah, folks, for this Q Sports International Expo, we have 6,000 to 7,000 players that come in for teams, for singles, 2 leagues. You have the BCA World Championships and the USA National Championships. And then all the pros coming in for the 128 player Diamond Las Vegas. back. Tied at 4. B.ALAWADHI, Shane Van Boening. Race to 10.
Yes. Tied at 4.
Ball on the break. Will he get a shot on the 1? Doesn't appear that he's going to have one.
So it's interesting sometimes, you know, when you have a perfect break in the sense of hitting the 1 ball very square and in a good speed, nothing goes in, and if you hit it a little bit off, some balls go in.
Well, apparently he lost the cue ball to the bottom of the table. The 1 ball, of course, is at the top where it usually goes on the break. And there's traffic. He's going to push to where the 10 is, or in that area. And I think he's going to find himself behind either the 5 or the 8. Unless Shane decides to take this on, because it is a bit of a two-way shot. If he shoots it with pocket speed, he comes down for the 3, and the 5 and 6 can come into play. But does he want to gamble?
Yeah, he plays it like he had a shot earlier in the rack, or the first game, actually.
And there's your answer. He doesn't want to gamble. He wants to completely control what his opponent can do. Nice 2-rail kick. I don't think he's kicking right at the ball.
Yeah, watch the cue ball.
If he goes 2 rails, he could scratch underneath it, and he did not. He didn't come up. Is it going to leak? It looks like it did. And he might find himself in the same position again.
No, I think he...
You think he goes for it?
I think if he sees enough of it, he can go 3 rails, come between 7 and 10 in there, and the position will happen automatically.
Yeah, if he can see that, well, he's called the 1, so then you should call the 1 regardless. But if he makes this 1, I think he comes between the 5, 6.
Yeah, 5, 6, and then down there 2 rails and land in front of the 9 ball.
He might be taking a chance by hitting the 7. Oh, he killed that ball.
That was too...
He killed it with inside English.
Okay, still, that was good, yeah.
That was absolutely...
I expected him to come a little bit closer to the side pocket and come out on the other side of the 3 ball, but that's obviously good too.
He still seems to be a little uncomfortable with the speed of the table. As you see the ball rolling, he's kind of, his body language is directing it. And that's not
too far again, right? I mean, he has a little bit of an angle here. I think he has to go like 2 rails, get to the 5. Or 3 rails. Yeah.
If he's going to go 2 rails, he's going to, he went around the 10 instead of going through the 8, 9, 10.
Now he wants a good enough, big enough angle on the 7 ball to float over to the 8.
He's got to be careful because the 10 ball, he just stun draws that ball so well. Just a nice little touch. Will he come back and play the 9 in the side? It means he has to get right where he's at.
He's perfect. I believe he can just roll that one in. Or does he see an angle we don't see? Yeah, it's a little bit of an angle.
He's got a little bit of an angle, which means he'll...
Well, I think he will just slow roll it in.
It's not much of an angle.
He did not
Oh,
like it.
he did not. Well, he didn't want to hit the ball. He's fortunate to be straight in on it. He could have been closer and had a little bit of angle to run. And Oi and Tevis are battling on table number 7, and Oi leads Tevis. Oi from Japan, Tevis from Peru. He leads him 6-3. Yado and Tucher are also doing battle, and they're tied at 1.
Seems like 1-1 is crazy. From the speed. They must have a lot of safety battles.
Yeah, that is a little bit, only 2 games. Well, these guys have gone through 9. And Shane about to break the balls, leading 5-4. Bader won the first 3 games. Shane won the next 4. They've traded games since. In this match, ten ball on the break, but no offensive shot on the 1, I believe. And the cue ball ended up at the bottom of the table. To your left on your screen right now. He has the full 1 ball.
Yeah, he's gonna probably... What he could do, you know, is he could... I don't know. Yeah, the bank on the 1 ball seems like could be close by the 7 ball.
I like the cue ball going towards that 5.
Yeah, the cue ball go where 8 and 5 is, and then he could call the bank on the 1 ball. Have position on the 2 ball if he's gonna, and if he's missing it, now the 1 ball doesn't go.
That cue ball, if he just rolls it up to the 5, should put him in a good place.
Yeah, but the problem can be that the 1 ball is gonna take too much speed, you know.
It's got 2 balls to block it.
I called it into the side.
Off the 7. He's not really playing it, but that's in case it goes, he can continue shoots a 2-way shot.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things about playing 10 ball call rules like this. There's no reason not to call that ball. Even if you're not playing it, there's no reason not to call it. You call it. If it happened to go in by accident, or you know, you made a good shot, you're straight in on the 2 ball in that particular instance.
Yeah. And if you land on a bad position on the 2 ball and you make it and you don't call it, your opponent will give it back to you anyway. So you might as well always take it.
Mm-hmm. Good point. Alex Pagalayan and Johan Chua are battling on table number 3. But for some reason, we don't have any live scoring on that table.
Oh, you see, he just kicked at it, 2 rails, made it into the side, into the corner pocket, and did not call it. Or called the wrong pocket. So it goes to Shane.
And Shane will take full advantage. The 9 ball goes to the left side, so pretty much everything's open. And the 8 ball's already on the left side, which means he can come right down for position. I don't think B.ALAWADHI will come back. B.ALAWADHI. He did not want to be straight. It doesn't really matter though.
Yeah, but that's enough angle to...
He can come back or he can go forward.
Yeah, either way.
Either way, it's either he plays the 2 rails underneath the 10-9 or he plays the 2 rails above the 8 to get on the 8. And he might even take the 8 in the side to get on the 9.
Yeah, I think he's gonna play the 8 long. Probably.
It's a pretty tough angle to the side pocket. So he wants to get back to where he is right now.
Or he plays it long on the other side.
Oh, okay.
8 down,
rail.
so he can roll the cue ball after the 8 ball to get on the 9.
And that's exactly what he's got his choice.
Well, now that he has so much angle, he maybe plays it in the side pocket. I think that's the backup plan.
Well, sure, because he plays to that area. If he gets straight in on the 8, over rolls, he's straight into the corner. If not, he's there, but either way leads him to where he needs to be, right there for the 9. And this to take a 2-game lead. But Vader will be breaking the balls. When I believe we returned from a commercial. Predator Arcadi. Trailing 4-6 in a race to 10. After winning the first 3 games in a row, has only won 1 more since Shane put together 4 wins. The alternate break format.
Now he has another chance. He had a good break. He made 1 ball.
Daniel Schneider in the booth with myself, George Teachea. bringing you the live action from the Rio All Suites Hotel and Casino. Oh boy, that's the first mistake we've seen from the Kuwaiti.
Yeah, besides a few kickings that didn't work, but the first miss, yeah.
Yes.
Actually, the second, he missed a 10 ball.
Ah.
Yeah, to get 4-1 up.
That's right, the one he overran and tried to cut down the long rail.
The one that turned everything around here.
Yes. Made him seem human to Shane. And in Shane's mind, if you miss, he can beat you.
Yeah, and now Shane can definitely tell that Bader is not feeling as comfortable anymore, like he seemed to be in the first racks. So, and Shane starts to feel more comfortable with the speed, as you can see. So that's yeah, a whole different game.
That's a very good indication.
And you know, here that table, it was really that one ball to the 2, because 4-5 is no problem. 7-8 are like a foot away from the pocket, you know, 1.5 maybe from the pocket, so that's like close as well.
Exactly, the 7 and the 8 are waiting around to be made, and the 8 with a nice angle to get on the 9. And of course, for a player of Shane's caliber,
somehow a little bit long here again, but since the 7 is right there, it's no problem.
Well, the good thing about this table, or these shots, are for the pro players. A little bit of length doesn't bother them. They shoot pretty darn straight. Especially out in the middle of the table where they're not up against the rail.
Yeah.
Come straight down. Now he'll either, he can play it to the side if he wants, but I think he'll go around the 10 and play the 9 ball in the same pocket.
Yeah, you rather don't hold it on these fast tables. That's right. Just let it roll.
And just let the shot develop and take the 7th game, the 7th win.
And yeah, it's Shane's break up next, and let's see if he can do something in this one.
He's got to get that breakdown, because he's going to be playing, if he goes on to win this match, he's going to be playing other opponents, and he wants his break to work so he can control what he can. His break, his game, his turn.
Yeah, alternate break. If your break doesn't work and you have 2 bad breaks and your opponent breaks well, could be that you give up 4 games. That's what was happening in the beginning of this match.
Keep in mind, Bader won the first 3. Shane won the next 4. Bader, Shane broke dry and Bader ran out. And Shane has strung 3 more racks since then. 3 more wins.
Yeah, Bader can definitely make the next 3 ones. If he gets a chance.
Yeah, if he gets the opportunity at the table, and he's taken advantage, I think, of all but 1 opportunity, maybe 2. But he did miss the 1 ball, the 110 ball that we talked about. Yeah, finally a ball down in the side pocket. He's going to have position on the 1 ball. Yes. He's made 2 balls on the break, and he is straight in on the 1. I don't think Bader will come back to this table. He'll stay in the seat for this rack. He should stay in the seat for this rack.
Yeah, I think that should be over. But we don't want to call it too early.
No,
because it's a pool and always something can happen.
Yeah.
Something funny.
Yeah, the question here is, will he go to the rail and come back for the 4 in the side pocket? off the left rail, or will he roll it? Just a matter of what he wants to do, or just draw it in place right by the 9. He's going to go for the corner pocket and just come over for the 6. Just stun it past the 9, or roll it past the 9 on the right. You'd rather have been a little flatter on that instead of being coming away.
Yeah, rather the other angle.
Boy has gone on to defeat a fine player from Peru, Christopher Teves Ocampo. He'll finish in the final 16, 9th through 16th.
Nice finish for Christopher. I think he had some good wins.
Oh, he did. He had some great wins. And he'll cash $3,000. Meanwhile, these two are trying to get to that first place finish for $35,000. First place is $35,000. Second place is $22K. Third and fourth is $12,000. Fifth through eighth is $5,050. Players that didn't quite make the final 16, 17th through 24th, got $1,850, and 25th through 32nd got $1,000. This was an invitational. You either invited to play, or your WPA ranking got you to play. Is he going to come down close enough? He's going to be on the 50. This is a tough shot, and he's not happy with it.
Yeah, he was already smiling at the 9 ball as he saw the angle. But because he wasn't.
And he thought it would float all the way over to play it in the left corner. Instead, he has to play it in the right corner. He brings it home. B.ALAWADHI to break the balls. Trailing 8-4. He rattled off the first 3 games, lost 4, won 1, lost 4.
Yeah, and now we are at that point where 8-4, alternate break. Tough one to come back and make 6 in a row.
Well, let's see if he makes a ball on the break here. There goes the 10 maybe? Yes. No, it's dry. And Shane will be shooting this one ball to the corner, I believe, off the 6. He might be able. He slid a ball in like this yesterday. Beautiful shot. Slid it right by the balls, off the rail. I think if he slides this, he catches the 8 and goes in.
I was just gonna say, I think he will play one pretty much straight on the last time in the front of the pocket, and then catch the 8.
But he has to.
That will go in.
Yeah, he has to get the cue ball off the rail to get to that 210.
Yeah, he has to throw it back past the 9. I'd be surprised if he doesn't go for that one.
I would too, but he might play something safer, because if he plays this ball and tries to come by the 3 ball and catches the 3, he might have the shot he wants. Might not have the shot he wants. It'll be an easy jump, but still, he has to control the 2 after making the 10, or be in trouble. That's why he's taking his time here. He's not sure he wants to play this ball. And there you go. He didn't see the value in making that ball off the 8, because he might not get out for the 210. That 3 ball was big.
Yeah.
That 3 and the 4.
I'm surprised.
He's not gambling. Not at all. He's making him kick at this ball.
He has the game still in his head, I'm sure, where he lost 8-5 against him.
And this is what Shane did not want to have to play. He may be able to see this. Well, his body language says he can't. He's got to jump. Can he? I'd like to jump to the side pocket and then coming down for to the left side pocket over the 9. Can he keep it on the table?
That's a tough one, but I think with some left hand
he's going to
English,
spin. Yeah, he's going to spin instead.
He will get there, but
see, Shane could have done the same thing. He just didn't want to take that chance.
You know, I'm sure Shane is scratching his head now and thinking, man, why did I not try to? I mean, the shot he had, go the 1 off the rail to the 8, maybe or maybe 6, and pocket the 1 ball, wasn't that tough in my opinion, you know?
It wasn't, but keep in mind that when Bader shot the 1 ball, he kissed off both the 6 and the 8.
Yeah, that's true.
So that could have gone the other way and not gone in.
Yeah, sometimes, you know, you try to be careful and rather play it safe instead of risk something, and it turns out good, and sometimes you think I should have gone for it. I was too careful.
And those are the times you have to forget it. Especially if you, you know, because you have to let it go. You made a decision, and you have to stick to your guns. It just didn't work that time. But now, the 6 to the 7 is key. And not touching the 7 ball is another key.
Yeah, he's a little bit close to the 6, you know.
Close and an angle. He's going to have to hit the head rail and come down to the right for the 7. It looks like it goes to the corner. This is this got a little funny, because now when he draws off its 10 to get for the 8, the cue ball goes to the side. It'll go past the side up to the first diamond. See, he's worried about that.
Yeah, it might go past the, you know,
and stay
past the side, but there, the gap on the right side from the 8 ball is not enough. I mean, that's like that position is. Oh, he tries to.
That's exactly. And with this spin, still spinning. Yeah, he could have easily. That's where it was headed.
Yeah, I think he.
Well, this is a shot. He's got a shot. Good one.
That was. I mean, it was good position. He said sorry because he was trying to make a little trick shot here, I guess. He was trying to create a curve with the spin on the ball and go down table on the other side of table.
Catch the rail and come off.
But yeah.
Oh boy. Is he going to come out with a shot here or leave nothing? Long shot.
Long shot for Shane, but you don't give Shane those situations twice. He's going to fire that one in.
Yes, he is. He's going
He
to hit
likes
the rail.
those shots.
Again, he knows he's hit the ball too hard. He'll just play it down to the upper corner. But much harder than he would have to shoot had his speed been right. He's just had so much trouble adjusting to this table. On the hill is Shane Van Boening. And Shane to break at 9-4 in race to 10. While he's breaking, we finally have a score on that Alex Pagulayan match against Johan Chua. And Johan leads 5-4 in the race to 10.
Yeah, he didn't make anything on the break again. You know, I'm sure it's frustrating for him to be hitting the rack well, not making any balls, and when your opponent hits it a little bit off and he makes balls.
There is some frustration in Shane. I think it has all to do with the break. And he is losing his cue ball a little bit to speed. He seems real comfortable for a couple shots, and then on a few others, it just seems to get away from him a little, forcing him into a little harder shot.
And he knows that if he wants to win this thing here, he's gonna come with a better break. It's gonna work better, because that's not gonna carry him through the next 3 matches.
Well, fortunately, other players aren't making balls on the break either that much. What's more important, I think, for Shane, other than getting his break to work, is to be confident, completely confident of the speed. He's had some issues with the speed.
Yeah, that's true. But you know, many of those things are stringed together. If the break isn't working well, you don't get the tables you want, you don't have the shots you want to get to the table and get the speed, and so that's they usually come in one package.
Yeah, usually if you're breaking good, the table's going good because you're getting good spreads. Jeremy Jones has been doing the commentary, and he has alluded to that quite a bit, that the clusters, the way the balls lay, they're not consistent, they're not, you know, you have to work more through the rack.
Yeah, and you see more safety paddles come up, maybe.
You're going to see one right, yeah, you might go for this.
Yeah,
you can see it. He's got an easy safety if he wants it, but he also has a shot. And if he has a shot, he's going for it. He wants to be aggressive.
I was just gonna say what happened with the last rack, where he played the safety and then got the other one, made a good shot as well.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
He gave us a thrill. This goes by, and he'll just float up for the 6. This is just a nice stroke to make the ball, cue ball, right by the side pocket. I don't know if he's going to roll it that soft. He did. And again, a little past his mark.
Yeah. Well, that shot, you know, I think is not as upset with the position, because he knew to stop exactly straight in is like almost impossible there.
Uh-oh.
And he gets a good hit on the 7 ball. Yeah, on the 9 ball. Yeah.
A friendly bump.
But that bump helped him to bring the 9 out for the side, so it makes it easier from the 8 to the 9.
So it could have been a very well planned bump. And he has these 3 balls for the match to move on. He will play the winner of Alex Pagulayan and Johan Chua. Chua leads 6-4 right now in that match. We're down to the final 16, and pretty soon we'll be down to the final 8. Tomorrow we'll bring you the semifinals and the final.